We have sent a strong message to criminal illegal aliens that we will find you, we will arrest you, and we will deport you. We will never waver, and we will never back down.
Violence and aggression towards immigrants and people of color has increased in recent weeks by the Trump regime, now with civil and human rights groups accusing personnel at a major immigration detention complex in Fort Bliss, Texas, of serious mistreatment of migrants, including physical assaults, sexual violence, and the covert transfer of non-Mexican detainees into Mexico without formal removal proceedings. These allegations appear in a 19-page letter sent to senior leaders at Immigration and Customs Enforcement and commanders at the Fort Bliss military installation. The document asserts that conduct at the base's detention area, identified as Camp East Montana, violates internal ICE rules, federal law, and constitutional protections. More than 2,700 migrants are currently housed there in concentration camps, according to the coalition of 8 advocacy organizations that signed the letter, among them the ACLU, Human Rights Watch, and the Texas Civil Rights Project, Estrella del Paso, and Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center. The groups demand that the camp be shut down immediately, saying the situation has become untenable. In a written response, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin insisted that claims of inhumane conditions or abuse were categorically false, adding that no migrant held under ICE authority was being beaten or mistreated. The coalition's letter is based mainly on sworn statements from more than 45 detainees. Several individuals report being taken from the facility, shackled, and transported to the Santa Teresa, New Mexico border crossing, roughly an hour west of El Paso, where masked officers allegedly pressured them to climb over the border wall into Mexico. Those who refused said they were threatened with criminal charges or imprisonment in foreign countries. The letter describes this practice as illegal, expedited expulsions targeting Cubans, Guatemalans, and other non-Mexican nationals. One Cuban detainee, referred under the pseudonym Eduardo, said masked agents beat migrants who hesitated to scale the wall. He recounted being told he would be locked up in Africa or El Salvador if he declined to cross into Mexico. McLaughlin, however, defended the regime's broader authority to remove migrants to partner nations under third country agreements, arguing that such measures uphold due to process and strengthen national security. She stated that people who enter the US unlawfully could end up in any number of third countries. The Washington Post first reported on the letter, noting it had obtained internal ICE documents confirming that several Cuban detainees resisted removal around the dates referenced in the allegations. The newspaper also emphasized that verifying other details was difficult because detainees have limited access to communication tools and the press is barred from the detention zone. One Cuban asylum seeker using the pseudonym Isaac said he was assaulted after declining to sign a voluntary departure form. According to his declaration, guards smashed his head into a wall and then painfully squeezed his genitals as punishment. Another detainee, a teenager identified as Samuel, reported a similar assault in which an officer crushed his testicles while another forced fingers deep into his ears. He said he was later beaten unconscious because he switched off a light in his living area. Samuel sustained broken teeth and injuries requiring hospital care, and the letter alleges he was subsequently billed for the ambulance that transported him for treatment. The coalition's letter also criticizes conditions in the tent facilities. Each soft-sided structure reportedly houses around 72 people. Migrants described overflowing plumbing that sent sewage seeping into sleeping and dining areas, sometimes forcing detainees to use their own clothing to clean contaminated water when basic supplies ran out. Advocates also documented cases of medical neglect, diabetics denied insulin for days, hypertensive patients ignored until their symptoms became severe, and inadequate meals described as small, spoiled, and insufficient, contributing to significant weight loss. Additionally, hundreds of immigrants have disappeared from U.S. detention centers, particularly from Florida's Alligator Alcatraz, due to lack of transparency, transfers, or being moved to unlisted facilities, making them untrackable by families and lawyers. with some even being forcibly sent to other countries like El Salvador or Guantanamo Bay without notice, creating serious human rights concerns. These vanishings often stem from secretive, state-run facilities, leaving loved ones desperate for information and facing difficulties even locating hospitalized individuals. Aura Frames is the hidden gem that becomes the favorite gift long after the wrapping paper is gone. And maybe there's someone in your life that deserves an extra special gift this year. With Aura Frames, you get unlimited free photos and video. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi. You can preload photos before the frame ships and keep adding them from anywhere, anytime. And there's a gift box included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. Don't wait. Win the holidays now with Aura Frames. And for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code 5MIN at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code 5MIN. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Public frustration over immigration enforcement surfaced dramatically during a congressional hearing when two protesters interrupted DHS Secretary Kristi Noem this morning, demanding an end to ICE raids and deportations. As Noem delivered her opening remarks before the House Committee on Homeland Security, two protesters disrupted the session, with one yelling, "Stop ICE raids! The power of Christ compels you! End deportations! The power of Christ compels you." The power of Christ compels you is famously a line used in the 1973 horror film The Exorcist by a priest performing an exorcism.
I'm very privileged and honored today to have my family with me. I'd like to introduce them to you.
Disruptions of congressional business is a violation of law, is a criminal offense under federal law. Audience members are advised to take their seats and maintain order. The chairman may now ask Capitol Police to remove and arrest the persons creating the disturbance.
Get ICE off our streets! Stop terrorizing your community! Get ICE off our streets! Stop terrorizing your community! Get ICE off our streets! Stop terrorizing your community!
While Noem smiled silently in response to the demonstration, Capitol Police quickly escorted the protester out as he held a sign that read "Stop ICE Raids" and Code Pink, likely referencing the anti-war group. Moments later, another protester stood up displaying a poster that said "No ICE, no troops." The individual went on to shout, "Get ICE off our streets. Stop terrorizing our communities." The hearing also comes amid rising tensions between federal agents and the public over immigration tactics in major American cities. These tactics have involved the use of military-grade hardware against civilians, including flashbang grenades and armored personnel carriers, as well as using smartwatches to track pregnant immigrants, even during labor. This week, DHS also confirmed the purchase of 6 Boeing 737 aircraft for deportation flights, part of the regime's effort to carry out Trump's pledge to conduct the largest mass removal operation in U.S. history, which critics draw direct parallels with the racism, xenophobia, and hatred of 1930s Germany, as Donald Trump attempts to ethnically cleanse America of people of color. I'm Anthony Davis. You can find me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with Midas Touch.